Right? You might want to ask me why I ended up as a missionary in Southeast Asia, and at the age of 72, I am still working for God in Thailand and Cambodia. Well, it's interesting to learn that in those early days, as an 18-year-old, my mother was still alive when I was 18, and in order to please her, I proceeded to study the subject of agriculture because I knew that she wanted me to have a job in the world of agriculture, because agriculture in that pastoral setting of Northern Ireland played a very big part in the lives of the people. And if you were an agriculturalist, especially working for the government, you really had a good job. Some of my friends already had that going for them. What happened to me? Well, while I was in England doing a practicum, the experiential year on the farm, running the entire farm by myself, a mixed farm which included a number of cows and everything else you would have to look after, including chickens. My mother died partway through my year, my practicum year, and that changed my entire focus on life. I did not anymore have the will to continue in the world of agriculture. My reason for being an agriculturalist had now gone forever. My mother was in heaven. My desire for God was rekindled, and I decided I wanted to do something different. So when I completed my year in agriculture, it wasn't long after that, though, that I was sitting in the public library in Taunton, England, where I had done my agricultural work. And while I was sitting there reading my Bible, God spoke to me in a very, very special way, maybe not audibly, but so definitely that I could never uh, doubt it, really. God said, "You will need to complete your national service with the British Army. I will have you go to Bible school, and you will join a missionary society." I was only 18 at the time, but I knew then that God had my life mapped out for me. So you can expect that something very good was going to happen, something extraordinary, and of course it did. Not long after that experience in the public library, I received a letter from the Ministry of Interior in the United Kingdom telling me that I must enroll as a national serviceman. So my church and I declared together that I would be their evangelist in the military for the next 2 years. They handed me a little Bible, and I set off into my national service career as a missionary to the army. That brings an awful lot of interest to those who want to talk with me about it. It was the best experience, the best preparatory experience I've ever had in my life in preparation for missionary service.